we leave all of our anger in this room. Okay. See, now doesn't that feel better?
It does, you know, it really does. Thank you.
Get the most out of your champions. Raid Shadow Legends.
The play would have been for me to go be at the top side place, but just unfortunate because I didn't have any camps. Like, now I can go up there. Bad Ivern game. Bad Ivern game. Any books about lifting or strength training that you would recommend? Books. Books.
Animals have more warmth.
I only have set. This sucks so bad. Flashed it. That's what it is. Think either King's on Dret. Yeah. Be a good rift angle here, but my mid just reset. Should have predicted that Q. See, at this stage, because my only playable lane is top, I'm gonna start falling behind. I'm gonna have to sack these camps. Actually, this is so fucked. We can't stay on the fucking map.
Everyone is someone's favorite candy bar. Share the sweetness.
So, I mean, if I can try to keep up and farm,
I wonder what the ducks are plotting today.
I'm just not gonna be able to deal with Kane later on in the game. Yes, buddy, would that guy ever fight you?
Daisy. Sometimes I need to treat Trees love tickling each other's branches.
Nice.
Now you're use this gift well.
Shield just came off cooldown there. She's gonna be a bit rough, lads.
Be protected.
Not doomed yet. I'm at the moment. I'm not too far behind Kane.
Hey, it's a thingy people use. Thank you.
At the moment. At this moment, which is insane. mean, this guy's so fucking useless. I missed that on purpose to make sure I got the kill. My ring.
I should go swimming later.
Well, Kane got form, so I guess we just lose now. GG. We fucking let Kane get his form, guys. Champ is fucking God mode Sonic with the way he travels across the map. Really balanced, and he doesn't need nerf. He actually probably needs another buff. Possible champ fucking match.
Pudding is meant to be stirred.
Disgusting.
Have some mercy. No one who wanders.
Just shit at him. They're gonna keep on dying. It's ah. This isn't even worth it because plate's gone, but I'll fucking cringe.
Your turret has been destroyed.
So as not to hurt the dog.
Here, you toe-eyed cabin. I wasn't born in this world, so your bald man looking ass could choke out low-level insults. Us alphas here in chat. I hope you step your toe in the dark after call on your room at 3:47 p.m. You dummy. Fuck you,
It's going
bitch.
to grow on me.
Nah, pretty sure this is just done. Plus, we're outscaled. Maybe not Vlad. Maybe if Vladimir can turn God. But I'm gonna have such a hard time surviving.
Sun's making me awfully melty.
Somehow, I'm equal level with Kane. I fucking smurf that. Oh, yep. Oh, hey, buddy. Yes, hey, you're correct. He was just bot lane. Yes, he was unironically just bot lane. Now he's top.
Just tickles my fancy. Never trust a jelly roll to do with them. Cake. A party. Hello. I am never lost.
Good. I keep getting all the kills. Go mid-tries. Actually, I'm just gonna push one more wave since apparently I'm the carry of this game.
Sometimes I need 3 times.
we vote no?
Thanks for playing, Daisy. Let me help you.
Man, there's actually nothing I could have done in this game, which fucking sucks dick. Another motherfucking one, one motherfucker, much love from Israel, dog. What's up, dude? Sadly, we tanked a fucking L from Champ Select. Is what it is. Is what it is. Imagine not banning Kane. I mean, regardless of the situation, of the enemy jungler, I still have nothing to do this game. Like, it literally just does not matter.
Judge people based on how they treat you. Use this gift well. I want to put my toes in the river. Raptor friends, looking good, guys.
But I'm actually smurfing, which is fucking crazy. I think we go Medjai's for the miracle, and we'll get a pink.
Winter's coming.
Be peaceful.
Maybe we tried to secure a dragon in this 4 versus 5. You know? Is there 80 carries dead? Well, if they were a little bit slippier... Ugh, dude, their team cop's so cancer. Holy shit. Wait, they're so fucking slimy. So slimy, like they're so hard to kill. Ez, Bard, Silas, and Kane, they're so hard. These little rats.
I find that the stranger life gets, the more.
stuttered typing that.
Pastries and pies, 8 weeks. Supper.
I should have sold my thingamabobber for quartz.
Candy really ties the world together.
What? Wait. What?
Only the sun. Where did that come from?
Well, there's just no way that was intentional, right? Got his art for free. Need death cap hourglass. Alright. Oh, we stopped the bleeding. Fine. Hey Tyler, Tyler, if you can ask someone to send me reaction, clips of your reaction, I appreciate it. I'm playing and recording from lag limbo, bro. I fucking miss all your reactions. I'm angry. Amir, I haven't even been reacting, so I'm trying to fucking win. You piss off? I have a winnable game on my hands.
I grow my own food.
Really couldn't eat myself? God damn it. We both just got one shot. Are you serious? Such a fucking annoying champion. Oh, you should get Hourglass now. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. The fucking 25 stack Medjai's Dream is dead. Fucking, there was an actual window. Was that 500 health? I thought they would stop attacking it. Zevarox, what's up? I mean, it's actually just so disgusting that we're still in this game. We draft, like, this fucking donkey shit comp. We all lose lanes. And then we vote no. We have one healing erection on our team. They're so donkey shit. Fucking insane. Not a donkey comp, you're all playing like clowns, really? Where's our, like, which lane here wins ever? None of these players ever type back. They do when I'm not on the team. People don't type my team, ever. Ever. They just do this stupid fucking retarded shit and then hostage for no reason. So how long was that game? Like 30 minutes? Actually stupid as shit. They all lose lane. They draft like absolute fucking steaming dog shit. And then when the time to FF comes around, they vote no. Insane. But yeah, people type not on my team. Quite the shame. Quite the shame that that set was 700 LP. Insane. Really dog shit. Oh, that was an unwinnable game from the moment we loaded in. Not much I can do. Not much I can do. That was probably our best Kayn game, though. Game against Kayn that I've played. Actually like that. So, usually against Kayn, I smite red because he can invade your red side. But that game I didn't. It's kind of risky, though, because if he would have went from Raptors to Raptors, I lose all those camps and I'm not a champion. But he didn't, and I was able to keep up. I think your pinch nerve to heal. I got one from the gym today, too. Not too long. But it wasn't that severe. A counter pick? Well, it's not really a... It's not like that was intended. It was a Kayn one trick. So it's a hard matchup, and I think I only died to him one time. Which is fucking extraordinary. But how... The problem is, so with Ivern, you want to counter game, can like match people. It's not possible to match Kayn. You can go blue, especially blue Kayn, because you can go from bot to top in 10 seconds. It's actually fucked. Actually, not right now. There was one, the fight that we got that dragon, they were all solo HP, but we literally couldn't kill any of them. Wuju, yeah, it's 20 gifts, brother. What's up, man? What pick were you? I'm not sure. Would have preferred if Set stayed mid lane. Would give me something to work around. And then unfortunately, my grandma had her third fall a couple days ago. If I should her hip, she's having surgery tomorrow. So please give her prayers. Hey, I hope she's well. Amir, what are you even donating? Shit. Invoke the Amumu pick. Maybe I should. I get a lot less tilted when I just play Amumu. Maybe I should just fucking lock him in every game. players aren't good enough to carry with a literal support jungle holding them on a leash. Like when I used to play one-trick Draven, what the fuck would I do for somebody literally on my ass? Somebody hopping on my back, following. It's like Twitch Lulu, right? Where Lulu follows Twitch everywhere. I'm literally following you around the map. You have a huge slow, and you have a huge shield. You can play ignorant as fuck, and you still suck cock. How's that even possible? The streamers open today's opposite yesterday. 6 straight wins? Yeah, Griff. That's a fucking big doubt. None of those lanes were gankable, except for the set lane, and he rotated top. Well, that actually wasn't gankable. What am I going to do with Vlad? Well, honestly, I ganked Gangplank and we killed him once. So, that's what we did. That main Olaf, because Olaf's even worse. So right now, I get counterpicked playing Ivern, but it's still playable, because you have, like, you can, like, avoid them. With Olaf, it's the same shit every time. It's actually not possible. And the counterpicks are much harder. Much, much harder.
Fish roll, risotto, buffalo, gelato, curry, cacciatore, chimichurri, fried turkey, blueberry, McFlurry, cheesecake, grilled steak, clam bake, milkshake. We are America's Kitchen. DoorDash, every flavor welcome.
Just when you think you're safe. Just for a start, the 3D gameplay on Raid is infinitely better than the 4.5 pixel gameplay on the stuff I used to play. Raid has an awesome storyline, amazing 3D graphics, PvP battles, boss fights. There's a ton of awesome customizable champions. My favorite is definitely Aethel. She's just a boss, honestly. She comes in with the Divine Blades and just sorts everyone out. She's such a badass. Raid is free to play and it's available on both mobile devices and PC. Good luck and I'll see you there.
Raid Shadow Legends.
State Farm charity streams return to support and strengthen neighborhoods. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Science is changing. There is a chemical reaction that can release a powerful surge of energy. Power that can make things happen.
Madam Curie! I've shocked you. And everyone else.
You have gravely misunderstood my science.
You're just extraordinary.
Isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
You changed the world.
Shishito, burrito, raw keto, fried shiso, French fry, iced chai, pad thai, baked pie, half stack, taco pack, lobster mac, baby back, pork chop, soda pop, kebab, sour top, hot pot, hungry now. Noodle soup, cantaloupe, ice cream scoop, whipped cream, blue dumpling, chicken wing, Peking, and those crispy onion rings. We are America's Kitchen. DoorDash, every flavor welcome.
Spartan, we thought you dead. Pity you stand. Fight hard. Die well.
This chicken's gonna be perfect. You can describe it all day long, but you gotta taste it to understand it.
Welcome to the Gala region, where exciting battles await. And now, the latest journey is about to begin. The Isle of Armor is your new training ground, where you're entrusted with a legendary Pokemon. How it evolves is up to you. Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass. Available now for Nintendo Switch.
Yo. Somebody dodged. I got autofill top lane, and I was gonna play Riven. Shame. Hopefully we got autofilled again. I don't know. I'm just so done. Actually, they're all. See, the crazy part is I didn't have anybody on my team from the last game. But I'm just taking it out on my brand new team. They suck, man. They all suck. Am I having a mental breakdown? I think I'm having a mental breakdown. Dude, they all blow dick. It doesn't fucking matter. Jacobs, what's up? Lord Tough, how you doing? Lord Touch. Nice. I got fucking 2 rejects on this team. Perfect. Read Miss Donos. Dude, it's the fucking same kid spamming them, kid. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. Hopefully nobody dodges. This is gonna be a special Amumu game because I'm not switching runes. What the fuck is the Kick W vibes up in this bitch? Psych, lol, I'm scripted paid actor, hired by T1, I have papers to prove. Kick W is the better emote. This guy linked his... Guy asked me how to climb out of platinum. I mean, I think Tarek's underrated, actually. I honestly think he's a good champ. You can play Nautilus instead. Or get better at Tarek. That's my advice. And what's up? Yo, yes, T1 hype, bro. Good luck today. Wishing you the best. Let's go. Hype, hype. Easy. Hey. Gonna secure this dub real quick. So what runes are we playing with this game? Perfect. Oh, somebody dodged. Oh, that's crazy. You're gonna dodge my Amumu, but then you're gonna go 2 and 10 on my team. That's insane. You're gonna dodge my Amumu like you care about winning, but you're gonna go 4 and 7 and still lose the game. So you're gonna act like you want to win by dodging, but when I lock in Ivern and try hard, you just run it. That's insane. Game 2, are you picking a move? I'm so tilted, actually. I actually played so fucking disgusting that last game. It's insane. So insane. You tried Rengar, I find it very good. We played Rengar a little bit back in the day. I did a couple months ago. Probably the best Rengar in the world. But I put him away because I get too much OP. Alex Zorz, what's up? Idiot. Hope you have a good stream. Stay big as fuck. Hey, thanks, Andre. Thanks, bro. I got the reaction. Got my money's worth. You can't hustle, hustle, full service. Congratulations again, bro. Love you. Fuck you, Amir. Said Jawani? Never actually. Shoggoth, no. I have to make it very clear to my team that I'm trying my hardest to win. And there's no better way to do that than lock in a Mumu and type in champ select, I'm not changing runes from last game. That is the only way. Hey, that first I'm doing. And also my birthday. Wish you a good day of league. Hey, thanks for. Happy birthday, bud. Hope you have a good one. Lord Zerby, how you doing? Talk about holding the lobby hostage, but that's just not fair. But I mean, is that am I truly holding them hostage? Because I feel like I lock an Ivern, perform flawlessly, and they hold me hostage without typing. So now me picking a Mumu is a hard win, but to make it even a harder win, I have to type in chat. Really to boost team morale. I'm a Mumu main, he got me to silver, and he can hard carry as long as 80 carry or mid, at least 2 brain tails, aftershock, fun all off, overgrowth, he just I low-key, high-key think that proper Amumu isn't terrible. Like, try hard Amumu isn't that bad. I think the problem with high elo though is a lot of invade junglers are meta, like Nidalee Graves, shit like that. Holy Rudy Wizard, timely dominant, subs. Yeah, dude, I don't know why you don't play more assassin jungle. It seems like the gameplay would fit you. Not a fan. Not a fan, not a fan. Phase rush? No. I'm not changing my runes. I would not be a man on my word if I changed my runes. No cap, no cap. No cap. No, bro, I just want to say the most inspirational person I've ever met. Funny's the best streamer. I envy, but trying to be just like you. On top, you're absolutely beastly. True. Thanks for everything, bro. To Mo Yasuo. Okay, you're an idiot. Okay, so you just dumb. And I'm gonna make you happy. I need fucking skins. Perfect! That's how I'm feeling right now. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. Why can't you go normal runes? Because. Just because. Show your runes? Sure. Pretty much the perfect Amumu rune page. You get bonus damage and shielding with Aerie. You go fast with this. Hard scale with this. Go fast with this. Can buy sooner. More CDR equals better. Let's do CDR here. Yeah, it's just the perfect page. Just the perfect page. Savage, Bent, Punch, TSA, they all subs. Hopefully this game goes through. I have a very unique path. A very unique path. Let's just say that. Well, this is just insane. How come these games aren't going through? My Ivern games go through. What's going on? What's going on? I feel, you guys remember near the end of the season when we went through a lethal tempo tank Ahri phase? I'm at that same phase. Like today I have that same mindset. We'll cover that too. go Yi and Tariq. No. Maybe if you don't like a game, just lock in a Mumu and say not changing runes. You get only good Iron games. Oh no! Yeah. Can you at least fix the runes? No! I'm not fixing my runes, dude. It defeats the purpose. These are good fucking runes. Trust me, would the greatest Amumu on the planet ever lie? No!
Okay, computer, margaritas, frozen, salt. Look at us, lower decks, breaching protocol together. We're like the cool, scrappy underdogs.
Keep it moving, lower decks.
Wow, the captain's chair. Oh, I'm gonna make you extra clean.
We're Starfleet, and when we make mistakes, we learn.
Now, there are nearly 5,000 different forever chemicals, and PFAS is an umbrella term for all of them. One of them, PFOA, was used by DuPont to make Teflon. Also known as C8, it was the subject of a 2001 class action lawsuit claiming DuPont contaminated.
Alright, I gotta go soon. Oh, I'm gonna keep my stream on. I'm gonna keep the stream on, but I have to go down to the store for a little bit, and I'll be back in like an hour probably. I'll go in a bit. And then after I come back, I'll just be on the stream. And then, I don't know. I think the girl's real. I'm talking to a girl who lives, pretty close, but I think she's gonna come over, but who knows when. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight, who knows. I'm pretty sure, I think she's real, but I guess we'll find out. Anyway, who cares? Alright. If I go, I might have to go, and then I'll come back. I'll come back in like an hour or something, maybe. But I'm just gonna leave the stream on. When I go, I'll just leave the stream on, I guess. Fuck it.
Of course, you would probably ask the question, well, what the fuck is the government doing? Like, why do we even have a government if they're just dumping this toxic shit into the water? Well, it turns out that the EPA allowed these corporations to self-regulate, and a part of that was admitting all of these proprietary chemicals that they were using. And these proprietary chemicals that they were using, they never mentioned to the EPA as a cancerous, or of having like any sort of cancerous property, which is why the government didn't even regulate around it, because they didn't even know that this was fucking cancerous. That's what happens when the market fucking corrects itself. It doesn't happen.
The Piedmont Triad International Airport. PFAS is in the firefighting foam used during training exercises conducted at airports like this one here, and that runoff flows into the upper river basin. Farther down on the Haw River, a tributary of the Cape Fear, forever chemicals are coming from a different source.
The people that do know about it, they don't drink the water.
The funniest part about this is, like, we bomb the fuck out of other countries, right? We use chemical warfare when fighting overseas, and we fuck up other countries' generations. And then even here, we fuck ourselves over too. Like, there is no protection for anyone. It's only a self-sustaining entity. America as a nation is a self-sustaining entity that exclusively serves the purpose of multinational corporations. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird that it just like, we don't care about American citizens. We definitely don't care about the Vietnamese or, you know, Iraqi people or just people overseas, anywhere else. The only thing we end up caring about is the bottom line of corporate shareholders. That's it. And now that like a majority of the public's finances, or rather retirement, is directly tied to the market by way of 401ks, these dumbass middle-class Americans also think that they are, you know, they also think that they are doing well if the market's doing well. I hate this shit so much. It's just the entire world is just so broken, dude. It's so broken. Depleted uranium round in Iraq have given birth defects to an entire generation of Iraqis. We were just talking about Yugoslavia. In 2009, after everything, the EPA wanted to lower the PFOA lower to 0.4, which they already knew was still too high, but literally didn't require anybody to test the water levels. I wonder if the revolving door between the EPA and the regulatory body that is supposed to keep these corporations in check, and the people that literally work in those corporations fighting the EPA have to do anything with the fact that it's never enough, that we've never actually had significant regulation.
There's people considering leaving because they don't feel like their water is safe.
Emily Sutton is a conservationist who tests the Haw River for contamination.
This spot.
By the way,
I work for NJDEP, New Jersey's EPA. We just made rules for PFAs this year for drinking water standards. The reason why you guys had to do that, I think probably has something to do with this. This is a 443. I don't want to miss that mark. I just want to show this once again. Maybe this has something to do with it. Bergen County, New Jersey has the highest PFA level in tap water, 4th highest in the country. Damn, North Carolina holding it down. Yeah, North Carolina's like, no, we're good. Anyway. Let's keep going. I'm glad that there's some action being taken, though. I'm surprised Louisiana is like this far down. Let's keep going. 443, right? That's where I was.
This spot in the Haw is directly impacted by the PFAS load that's coming directly from Burlington's East Wastewater Treatment Plant. It's about 300 yards upstream.
The filters at the treatment facility are not designed to remove PFAS, so wastewater coming from nearby industries arrives and leaves containing similar levels of PFAS contamination.
Their effluent from the wastewater treatment plant comes directly into the Haw, and we know that City of Burlington's wastewater treatment plant is the main source for PFAS. But they're not necessarily creating the PFAS. It's all of these different industries that are sending their waste to that wastewater treatment plant.
A few miles downriver, a water sample taken from beneath a bridge crossing the Haw showed high levels of PFAS. And as the river flows down towards Wilmington, chemicals from other sources accumulate and push PFAS levels even higher near the city.
What you fail to recognize is we're doing that for the rest of the world, brother. That's why we're peaking in innovation, brother, because we're fucking getting cancer. alongside it from our literal drinking water, but it's worth it. It's a sacrifice we got to make, just like a sacrifice we got to make when we pay 10 times the price of insulin in any other comparable nation, brother, because we are driving the innovation, even though new chemical compounds per capita are actually, novel chemical compounds per capita are way more prominent in other countries, much smaller nations like Switzerland, for example. But, the reason why we like to claim that we're number one in innovation is because, I don't know, we're just number one. Shut up.
But it's not just the levels that start to change. If you look at the kinds of PFAS in that sample, you'll notice something else in the water, a newer type of forever chemical called Gen X. It came from here at the Comores chemical plant, located between the two sample sites. The plant released wastewater into the Cape Fear River containing Gen X and also emitted the chemical into the air, where it settles on nearby land and entered the river as runoff. 70 miles downstream, an intake pipe pulls in river water and supplies it to Wilmington. The discovery of Gen X in Wilmington's drinking water was front-page news in 2017.
When we woke up and saw the Star News article that Gen X was in our water, a group of citizens, we all got together around a dining room table and realized that we needed to address this head on.
2 years later, Emily Donovan submitted water samples from Wilmington and Brunswick County to a nationwide study measuring PFAS levels in tap water. Her Brunswick County sample came from Belleville Elementary School.
I went back to my kids' school because I was curious to see what they were still drinking. That sample was the highest reported in that study, and it was devastating. I mean, nobody wants to be the top of that list. I think back now.
Wrong!
To maybe what we might have.
It's top of the freedom list.
Accidentally been exposed to while we were on the banks of the Cape Fear River, letting our kids play. I mean, I've got photos, and I go back and look at them, and I'm thinking to myself, what were we wading in?
Millions of people depend on the Cape Fear River basin for their water. But throughout the country, other Americans are drinking forever chemicals.
What you think is happening in North Carolina is staying there. It's just not the case. It's everywhere.
Communities in Michigan, New York, California, Pennsylvania, and elsewhere have discovered PFAS in their drinking water. This map shows PFAS contamination across the U.S., and many communities have yet to be tested.
The answer here is not to put the burden of safety on the homeowner, on the consumer. You have to stop these pollutants at the source.
The real problem is at the regulatory level.
In America, it falls to us, the ordinary people, to prove that these chemicals are toxic before the chemical is regulated by our government. That is simply backwards. There's something that's called the precautionary principle. We don't really apply it here in the United States, but what it says is, before you can bring a chemical to the market, you've got to prove that that chemical is safe for the consumer. We have the inverse of that.
I've been arguing for some time about our country and our state adopting a precautionary principle, which means don't put anything in air or water that you think is not safe.
Right now, companies can sell products without declaring all the chemicals they contain, even if they're harmful for consumers.
So we're left with tens of thousands of chemicals on the market that we have no idea whether they are safe for consumption or not.
But with a precautionary principle in place, the government adds a preventative check by requiring companies to prove the safety of the chemicals in their products before they reach consumers.
If I knew that I could potentially get cancer by having stain-resistant carpet, then I would make a better decision for myself. But I'm not even given that choice right now.
And knowing which chemicals are toxic would allow the government to look for those contaminants in the air and water, while also requiring companies to filter chemicals out of their wastewater.
North Carolina is the perfect example where there's nothing. When we don't have any information, we don't know how to assess them and address them, so they don't get talked about.
Without a precautionary principle, chemicals like Gen X can go unchecked. And even when companies get caught for one toxic chemical, they can replace it with another, When DuPont agreed to stop making the Teflon PFAS C8 by 2015, C8 blood levels dropped for the average American. But in the meantime, DuPont introduced a new chemical in 2009 to replace C8, and in 2015 spun off a new company, Chemours, to produce it in North Carolina. That new chemical was Gen X.
It's just this game of whack-a-mole that one gets regulated and you have a new one pop up.
As forever chemicals become a nationwide conversation, some states are starting to respond. Washington State, San Francisco, and Maine have banned PFAS in food packaging, and many states have proposed prohibiting firefighting foam containing PFAS, including North Carolina. But a larger effort to eliminate PFAS chemicals is still pending.
There is still no legal requirement to filter PFAS from tap water, so more than 100 million Americans today are likely drinking water contaminated with PFAS.
I think protecting public water and the public health isn't really controversial, but how we get there is, you know, industry's got a lot at stake here, so.
It stays out there forever and it accumulates in us, so we all have a stake in this.
Of new orders rose 5 points in July to 61.5, and its highest reading that would be since September of 2018. That's a big number.
I had to go pee.
The April low, new
Sorry.
orders are up over 34 points, which is the largest increase in the history of the ISM, dating back all the way to 1948. So, 34 points, that's the
I had to pee
largest
fast.
since 1948.
But I peed slow.
Similarly, the ISM's measure of production is up 35 points from its April low to a reading of 62.1, which is the largest three-month gain in over 70 years. That's some number. These were somewhat surprising, but I've been saying we're doing well, and those numbers are really spectacular. Automobile sales, likewise, are a key factor in the resurgence of manufacturing since the March low of 8.8 million units, with sales and all of the numbers that are going up stunningly. It's 65% increase since then to 14.5 million units, which is a massive number. The great strength and great news is really for states like, in particular, Michigan and Ohio, South Carolina, Pennsylvania, very good, Florida, a little bit. These are great numbers, record-setting numbers. The strength in new car sales is also evident in the used car market, where soaring demand, literally soaring demand, is putting upward pressure on the used car prices. This is a leading
Our
indicator
big, beautiful
of the
dealers,
motor
they're doing
vehicle
so
industry.
well.
The need to restock depleted shelves will further galvanize the factory sector, and we think very substantially based on the numbers. We're very, very happy with these numbers, and I think most people are.
I mean, what is he going to talk about? He can't fucking talk about all the death and destruction. So he's going to be like, you know, our car dealers, they're doing so well, which is, by the way, another definite lock on Trump supporters. Demographics of big, beautiful boaters, jet ski dealers, and used car salesmen, all fucking definite locks for Donald Trump, for voting for Donald Trump.
Our home sales sentiment is now higher than last year in new homes, recently a 13-year high. So we have a 13-year high in new home construction. New business applications are very strong. That just came out. The widely followed Atlanta Fed GDP, and it's something that they have just come out with now, forecasts the new data point and incorporates it into quarterly estimates. It looks like it's showing a 20% annualized growth in the current quarter. So 20% in the current quarter, we'll take that all day long.
Wait.
Let's see if that's right. That's a
Is there literally a red onion salmonella outbreak or something? What?
The virus, back to that, we are continuing to monitor and monitor in particular hotspots across the south, southwest, and the west. And we're seeing indications that our strong mitigation efforts are working very well, actually, especially to protect those who are most at risk.
I love
which has
onions,
really been
dude.
our primary focus for ever since we've gotten to understand this horrible, horrible plague that's been unleashed in our country by China. As of yesterday, cases are declining in 70% of the jurisdictions compared to 36% last Monday. That's a big, big number.
I literally just made a salad with red onions in it,
with the
and I was
positive
so
rate
excited to
above
eat it in my new
10%.
apartment, like
We've
my
seen a
first
decline
salad.
in daily cases since mid-July. In other states, the data suggests that the need
I
for
didn't eat it yet.
continuing vigilance always is strong, even though the numbers are getting very good. States that have a test positivity rate between 5 and 10%, and in the states with the lowest positivity rates, we also see slight increases in daily cases in a couple of them. We must ensure that these states do not become new flare-ups, so we're watching them very, very closely. Fortunately, thanks to substantial improvements in treatment and the knowledge we have gained about the disease itself, the recent rise in cases has not been accompanied by a significant increase in deaths. Fatalities nationwide are at roughly half the level of the April peak. So the number of deaths or fatalities are at half the level. One is too much, one death, because this should have never happened to us. It should have been stopped very easily by China in Wuhan. Thanks to our major advances in treatment, we've seen vast improvements in recovery rates across all age groups. Compared to April, mortality rates are 85% lower among individuals aged 18 to 69 and 70% lower among individuals over 70 years old. We've also made significant strides in sheltering those at highest risk, especially the elderly. Approximately 85% of all current cases are individuals under the age of 65. Just getting some very accurate numbers on this. And these are people who are generally at a much lower risk of complications. Since the pandemic began, nearly half of all fatalities have been at nursing homes or assisted living centers. That's an incredible statistic when you hear that number. This data underscores that the best path.
Wait, I can cook the onions and it won't be salmonella, right? If I like fry them?
As we race toward the
Right?
development of a vaccine, we must continue to take extraordinary precautions to shield the elderly. And we're doing that. We're doing that at a level that we've never even dreamt possible, both with testing and with common sense. And those with underlying conditions, especially the elderly with the underlying, whether it's heart or diabetes, they seem to be the two most predominant conditions that cause tremendous problems, while allowing those at lowest risk to carefully return to work and to school. Where embers flare up, we must engage immediately, and that's what we're doing. This is the science-based approach, and that's good with us, working very hard on that. An extended lockdown would fail to target resources at the highest risk populations while inflicting massive economic pain, long-lasting damage on society and public health as a whole. So there won't be lockdowns, but we watch specific areas. We're very careful, and we're putting out embers, we're putting out flames. When you look at what's happening with Miami, and the numbers are going down, but Florida's going down very significantly.
Bitch,
Texas
I don't know what
and
fucking
California
brand
are going
names my
down,
onions from, dude.
rather significantly.
Yeah, I
On
know.
telemedicine is.
I know what the fucking agricultural worker's name is too that picked my onion. Like, what are you,
It's an
crazy?
incredible thing that's happening.
It's a
central
fucking
part of
onion,
our
dog.
effort to protect the elderly is to greatly expand access to telehealth so seniors can be treated from the safety of their homes. And that's what's happening. The number of Medicare beneficiaries using telehealth increased from roughly 14,000 a week to nearly 1.7 million. So from 14,000 to 1.7 million per week in total. 10 million Medicare beneficiaries have accessed telehealth services since the pandemic began. That's a tremendous thing that's happened with telehealth. As we shelter those at high risk, we are also pouring every resource at our disposal into the development of therapies and vaccines. 2 vaccine candidates are currently in the final stage of clinical trials, with several more vaccine candidates entering phase 3 in the coming weeks. And you've read and seen what's happened
I mean,
today.
I only
Today's
get
news was
onions
very
from Whole
exciting.
Foods, so.
Through Operation Warp Speed, we're also mass producing all of the most promising vaccine candidates, and we're determined to have a vaccine very quickly. We think we're going to have something very soon. We have great companies. These are among the greatest companies in the world. But right now, they don't like me so much because I'm forcing them to drop drug prices, prescription drug prices, very massively. Some of these companies are involved in that. Some of them aren't. We're having a tremendous, you'll see a tremendous drop in price. We're using favored nations. We're using the rebates. We're using everything. So long I've heard about how wealthy the middlemen are. They call them the middlemen. And they are very wealthy. Nobody even knows who they are, but they're very wealthy people. And we're doing the rebates. We're doing purchases from other countries, like Canada, which buys drugs for much less money than the United States is allowed to under a very bad system. I don't call it archaic. I call it bad because it's meant really for drug companies to get higher prices. But under the system of matching that we have, if Germany has a pill for 10 cents and ours is $2, we're allowed to say we want favored nations and we want the pill for the same. The same as the lowest country in the world. If they sell to one country lower than anybody else, that's the price we're going to get. Drug companies aren't too happy about that. Big Pharma. We've also dramatically accelerated the availability of plasma therapies, steroid treatments, antivirals, and other therapies to treat the illness. Today, the NIH, we're very exciting, announced that they're beginning the trial of 2 new antibody treatments, which will take place in 40 cities across the country. We're going to move very quickly. Results look very good already, incredible results. More than 230 clinical trials for potential treatments are underway, and we've secured 500,000 courses of treatment for remdesivir. We're really doing a job with it, and it's helping a lot of people. That's why you see the fatalities and mortality numbers looking very good, relatively speaking, that is. But that's for American hospitals through the month of September. So we have remdesivir at a very high level for hospitals.
They're not
through the month
looking
of
really
September.
good.
That's big news. The United States also is far and away the most robust testing capacity in the world. Testing has been incredible, what we've been able to do. Nobody's even close. Since March 12th, we've increased daily testing by 32,000%. How's that? 32,000%. Somebody would say that must be a typo. It's not a typo. 32,000%. We now have conducted over 61 million tests nationwide, averaging over 820,000 tests per day and nearly 5 million tests per week. And now that we're understanding the virus, we're understanding very much what we're doing with respect to who it affects, who it's destroying, and who gets away with it, like young people, very young people. We'll be having some interesting statements having to do with testing and focus testing. I call it focus testing. By comparison, Mexico, so we're doing numbers
Nobody
that
else
are
calls it
incredible,
focus
but by
testing, only
comparison,
me.
Mexico, as you know, the president was here. He's a great guy, but their numbers are much different. They do about 1 million tests. France has done 2.9 million tests. Canada's around the 4 million mark. Australia's around the 4 million mark. The United States is testing more people in a single week than, in many cases, large segments or large, well-known countries all put together. It's been an amazing achievement, the testing and the quality of the testing also. And now we're doing testing where you can have results in 5 minutes, and 7 minutes, and 15 minutes, as opposed to waiting to come back from labs, for it to come back from labs. Over the last several weeks, HHS has opened surging testing sites in Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Phoenix, Miami, Jacksonville, Florida, McAllen, Texas, Bakersfield, California. And this week we're opening new surge sites in Houston, Texas, Atlanta. To date, more than 130,000 tests have been conducted at these sites. Last week, the FDA also authorized the first 2 tests that display an estimated quantity of antibodies present in the individual's blood, which is a big deal, allowing us to learn more about the immune response. FEMA and HHS has worked with the private sector to deliver more than we have.
I got my test back in Los Angeles. I got my test back 3 weeks later.
Surgical masks,
Literally fucking 3 weeks after.
364 million
my swab test.
Coveralls and 21
fucking tight, dude. At that point, it's like if I had it, imagine if I was like an essential worker and I had it and I kept working through it because I had no other alternative. I was just like fucking giving it to people.
When we get on the phone with them,
everywhere.
They're very happy. That I can tell you. No complaints from any of them. They're very, very happy. What they say to you separately maybe will change for political reasons, but they are very
online,
happy
not
with
in the mail.
The job we've done. In our national stockpile, we've tripled the number of
Positive?
N95 masks on hand.
No,
to
it was
more than
negative.
40 million, tripled the number of gowns to 15 million, and quadrupled the number of ventilators to nearly 70,000. These numbers are growing every day, and we're now making thousands of ventilators, many thousands of ventilators a month, and we're getting them to other countries who are desperately in need of ventilators. They're very hard to produce. They're very complicated machines. So we're fully stocked here, and we've made sure that every state is fully stocked, but we're getting them to a lot of countries that need help. We'll continue to work with the governors and local authorities to help them ensure significant hospital capacity, protective equipment, supplies, and medicine. I'm more confident than ever that we will get a vaccine very soon, and we will defeat the virus. And I want to thank you all for being here. We'll take a few questions. Yeah, please.
I wanted to ask you about Kodak. You had a big announcement the other day about getting Kodak into the pharmaceutical business, but the SEC is now investigating what happened. Can you say a word or two whether you think that there might have been some kind of a problem in terms of how those arrangements were made? Is there any grounds for concern from your perspective?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't involved in the deal. The concept of the deal is good, but I'll let you know. We'll do a little study on that. We'll find out. If there is any problem, we'll let you know about it very quickly. But I wasn't involved in it. It's a big deal. It's a way of bringing back a great area, too, in addition to pharmaceuticals. Kodak has been a great name, but obviously pretty much in a different business. And so we'll see what that's all about, but we'll let you know very quickly. Yeah, please.
I just
It
want to
wouldn't be
follow
Trump,
up
it'd be
before
like
I ask the
Jared
coronavirus
Kushner.
question on Lebanon. You called this an attack. Are you confident that this was an attack and not an accident?
Well, it would seem like it based on the explosion. I've met with some of our great generals,
What?
and they just seemed to feel that it was. This was not.
Bro, you can't say that.
Kind of a manufacturing explosion type of event. This was seems to be, according to them, they would know better than I would, but they seem to think it was a attack. It was a bomb of some kind, yes.
Interesting. And on coronavirus, you've talked a lot about, when you talk about the mortality rate, the deaths as a proportion of cases, which I understand that is significant when you look at how deadly the virus is or how good a country does at keeping people alive who get infected. But when you're talking about the scope of this virus, when you look at the percentage of the population that's died, there's only 3 countries that have more deaths than the U.S. So how do you explain that why the percentage of the population who's died is so much higher in the U.S.?
Well, I think actually the numbers are lower than others. I'll get back to you on that, but we proportionately are lower than almost all countries. We're at the bottom of the list. And we're, relative to cases also, we're at the bottom of the list, which is a good thing being at the bottom of the list. But I can get back to you. We have about 4 or 5 different lists on that, and we're generally speaking at the very bottom of the list. So I'll get back to you.
When I look at the Johns Hopkins you know.
So there's only two ways to interpret this. Either they're gonna say it's an attack so they can use it against whoever the fuck they want to fight against,
Deaths per 100,000 people.
or Trump is just like totally talking out of his ass because he thought that it looked like a bomb.
Chile and then the U.S. You know, Canada has 8,000, 9,000 deaths. Obviously, they're smaller than us, but that's only 6% of the population. You know, that's 6% of our total cases. So why are the deaths so much higher in the U.S.?
A lot of our numbers were based on New York had a very tough time, as you know, New York, New Jersey, that area. And when you take them out, just as an example, take a look at Florida relative to New York. That's not to say
because the officials out of Lebanon have stated that this is their fuck up.
It's not easy.
And it's ammonium nitrate that they were storing there for either a year or 4 years. I don't know, two different conflicting sources. But everyone claiming that this was an accident and not a fucking bombing or an attack.
First, are you considering taking executive action to extend or rather reinstate the unemployment benefits that expired last week?
And he was recently briefed, so I don't know. Like, there's no way.
As a general point, what rate then would you want?
You know he was briefed before he
flat
came
rate?
on. You know he was briefed on this issue before he came on, so it was fresh in his mind. This makes no sense.
I'm allowed to do under the system, and such as the payroll tax suspension. And so we're allowed to do things. We're talking with the Democrats. They seem to be much more interested in solving the problems of some of the Democrat-run states and cities that have suffered greatly through bad management. I mean, really bad management. So that seems to be where they're looking for $1 trillion to help out with cities that are run by Democrats, in some case radical left Democrats, that have not done a good job. I appreciate today the Wall Street Journal said very good things, that we did a great job in Portland by having our people go in, Homeland Security, Chad Wolf and the folks. We went into Portland, and we've done a great job, and they had that in an editorial that we really won that situation. But we want the whole, we did save the courthouse. The courthouse was
Lebanon fucked it up. Why is EU chiming in to help? Idiots would be wasting tax money? What are you, a fucking moron? It doesn't matter if the incompetence of Lebanese officials led to this explosion. It's called humanitarian aid, you fucking idiot.
I may not have to sign.
Yeah, let's just kill all of them, dude. Let's just let them all fucking die, dude. Fuck the recovery efforts, because they're brown, right? Perhaps you would feel a little bit more comfortable helping out those horrible brown folks when you recognize that some of them, a big chunk of them actually, are Christian. Maybe that'll help you. Come to terms with that. Oh, it's not a tax it's not a waste of taxpayer dollars then.
Point of COVID, people get evicted and then they go into shelters, and there are thousands of people in the shelters, and this is not a time. You never want to
also
be
a
in
lot of
shelter,
Lebanese
but this
people
is
are
not
pretty
a time
white
to be in a
passing
shelter
too.
with
Maybe
the
that
COVID.
will help you a little
They
bit.
catch it. They get it, and it's no good. So I may have to do something on evictions too, because the Democrats amazingly don't want to do it. We offered them short-term deals, and we offered them lots of alternatives, but so far, the only thing they really want to do is bail out states that have been poorly managed by Democrats. Okay.
And if I could on the election, sir, can I?
President Trump, on the sale of TikTok, you're basically arguing that the U.S. government is going to collect a cut from of a transaction, including 2 companies, in which it doesn't hold a stake in. That's unprecedented. That's never happened in U.S. history before, and the administration has offered very little explanation about how that's going to work.
Wrong. Literally everything we've done as our imperialist conquest is American State Department utilizing and very much utilizing all their resources to fucking make money for American corporations.
Close. So TikTok is very successful. It does tremendous business in the United States. People are riveted by it. I mean, I have many friends, when they saw that announcement, they're calling. I think their kids love it. They don't, because they don't get to see their kids anymore. But they are. It's an amazing thing, whatever it may be. And I told Microsoft, and frankly others, if they want to do it, if they make a deal for TikTok, whether it's the 30% in the United States or the whole company, I say it's okay, but if you do that, we're really making it possible, because we're letting you operate here. So the United States Treasury would have to benefit also, not just the
This is insane.
Not just the sellers. And I said, inform. Very simple. I mean, we have we have all the cards, because without us, you can't come into the United States. It's like if you're a landlord and you have a tenant, the tenant's business needs a rent. It needs a lease. And so what I said to them is whatever the price is, a very big proportion of that price would have to go to the Treasury of the United States. And they understood that. And actually, they agreed with me. I mean, I think they agreed with me very much. Yeah, please, in the back.
Thank you, sir.
So that deal may or may not happen. We've given them till September 15th or so, and we'll see. If we can have it, there can be great security, meaning the obvious security. Microsoft would be a company that would be good in that respect, or approved in that respect at many levels, including working with the Department of Defense, and they have very high-level approvals. So it would be good, but there are other companies also. Yes,
Thank you, sir. Have you or anyone in the administration reached out to other companies aside from Microsoft to see if they're interested?
No, we've had other companies call us. Microsoft called me directly, and we've had other companies call. I don't know where they are. It sounds like Microsoft is along the way of doing something. I don't blame them. It's a great company. It's really a great company. But we cannot take the security risks of any of those companies, including Huawei, which, as you know, we put a halt to. But we can't take the security risk. I think our attitude on China has changed greatly since the China virus hit us. I think it changed greatly. It hit the world, and it shouldn't have. They should have been able to stop it. So we feel differently. I just don't know. When you lose so many thousands of people, and ultimately it'll be millions of people around the world. It's a terrible thing that happened to the United States and Europe and the entire world. Really a terrible thing. Yes, please.
Mr. President, I have two quick questions, one on the virus and one on policing. On the virus, you said recently that there can be too much testing. Can you explain what the downside would be from testing too many Americans for the virus, and why you haven't provided a date by which all Americans might have the same kind of testing that we have here at the White House?
Well, we do more testing than anybody in the world, as I explained, and I don't mean just a little bit. If you look at India, they're at about 11 million, and we're at 61 million. And there comes a point when you want to focus your testing in a different way, and we'll be announcing something. What we've done is incredible with the testing. Not only the testing, not only the number of tests, but also, very importantly, the quality of the test and the machinery itself to do the testing. Nobody thought it would be possible to get a 5-minute and a 15-minute result. That's a very accurate result, and we do with Abbott. Abbott Laboratories has done a great job. Many of these companies have done an incredible job. So we're looking at that very strongly, and we're looking at doing something that if we do it, look, right now what the testing is doing is helpful, but we're spending massive amounts of money, and we want to have it channeled very accurately. We want to be able to help the most people we can. But we are testing at a level that no country in the world, and I've spoken to the leaders of the world, and they'll ask me about it, no country in the world thought it would be, it's even believable that we're able to test so much. 61 million versus, most countries don't even test. When they test? When somebody's feeling badly. If somebody's feeling badly, they're symptomatic, that's when they test. And that's a big difference. With us, we go around and looking, because if
this was the case, then their positive test rates would be through the roof.
The media.
It is the exact opposite. Only in America are positive test case rates so goddamn high.
It's called media gold. For the media, it's gold. But the truth is, we've done an incredible job in testing. Nobody in the world has done the job. Other leaders have told me the same thing. They can't believe we're able to do it. And we will continue. But we want to really be able to test very specifically the people that are in most danger, most in need.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wanted to ask you first about what you tweeted out earlier today in regards to Florida and your comfortableness as it relates to mail-in ballots for Florida.
Okay, I'm glad you're asking.
Why does that apply to Florida and it doesn't apply to mail-in balloting across the country?
So Florida's got a great Republican governor, and it had a great Republican governor. It's got Ron.
Dog, positive cases are high because they're testing more people literally doesn't make sense. You understand that, right? It doesn't make sense. If they were testing more people, then positive cases would not be higher. If we were exclusively engaging in contact tracing, then you would be correct. If we were doing just contact tracing, it would still not matter though, because we would have to test beyond the contact tracing. We would have to still test at a rate where our positive case numbers would be low enough that it was comfortable for everyone to know who the fuck has coronavirus and who doesn't. You're wrong.
Job, really a great job. And the two governors, between the both of them, they've really got a great system of absentee ballots, and even in the case of mail-in ballots.
That's not how that works. We're testing non-symptomatic people, so obviously we're going to have more positives.
You know, it takes
what
a long
are
time.
you saying?
When you look at the Carolyn Maloney election, I think and I'll give you the story, I think you have to do that election over. That election's no good. You have to take a look in New York. They have thousands of ballots. They don't know what happened to them.
What are you saying?
It's a disaster. And that's only for a relatively small number of
Are you trying to say that everyone that's symptomatic in Europe is suspiciously not COVID-19?
Front page story. It's a disaster. It's a mess. And they have to do that. I think they have to do that election over. Nobody can know what the election result is. So in the case of Florida, they've done a great job. They've had tremendous success with it. But they've been doing this over many years, and they've made it really terrific. So for Florida, you can mail in your ballots. You don't have to go. In maybe a couple of other states, they've worked out a system. But this took years to do. This doesn't take weeks or months. In the case of Nevada, they're going to be voting
He's
in a
just
matter
saying
of
only
weeks,
conservatives
and
get to do
you
vote
can't
by
do
mail.
that. I can't imagine the post office could do it. All of a sudden, they're supposed to be dealing in millions of ballots. But Florida's done a great job, and we have total confidence that if you mail in your ballot in Florida, it's going to matter. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What about in other states? Did you encourage voters in other states to request ballots mailed out?
Psychotic. Completely fucking psychotic. Only red states get to do vote by mail, folks. Only red states. They know how to do it. They are going to keep doing it. We should only let red states do vote by mail. Anyone else tries to do vote by mail? No, that's illegal. That's bad. Okay, so here's the insanity here. Trump said the explosion in Beirut was caused by an attack without any evidence, and then mentioned a bunch of nameless anonymous generals, which he claimed were on his side on this in the briefing earlier. We have no way of verifying that take. Trump keeps saying that coronavirus cases are only going up because of increased testing. Which Right to Bear Arms is a good analogy for. Saying coronavirus cases are only going up because of increased testing is like saying I was only absent from class because you started taking attendance. Yeah, I only have cancer because you actually found the cancer in my body. If you hadn't found it, if you hadn't tested me for cancer, I would just have a lump. Now, that lump might have been cancerous, but because I don't know that that lump is cancerous, then it's like if I don't have cancer. And then he ended it by saying only red states get to do mail-in ballots because they're responsible and they know how to do it. So that was pretty much the summary of today's completely insane press conference. Very cool. Yeah, Schrodinger's COVID. Testing equals false positives, idiot. So are you saying that American tests are just pathetic? Is that what it is? Is that your take then? We just have the most pathetic tests. Like, we're so cucked. Because there's no false positives. There's no false positives in Europe when they're testing. Is that what you're trying to say? Which would still imply that we are, again, not dealing with the situation. with the appropriate care that it deserves. So here's the thing I do not understand. Have you ever heard of the Westlake landfill? We're in SDL? No. EU has what? 75% accuracy. So yes, we have false positives too. Yeah, I know. I was being sarcastic. There's false positive rate everywhere. The insanity here is that like testing more is completely insignificant when you just have more coronavirus cases. What you have to look at is the rate of positive cases. Okay? The percentage of positive cases is the significant number here. And our percentage of positive cases, or our PCR, or our positive case rate, is much higher than European countries. All right? Our percentage of positive cases is above 10% when it should be below 5%. A country like Canada, for example, has a 3% positive case rate. When the positive case rate percentage is the only significant factor when looking at whether or not we are testing appropriately. Okay? If you have a much larger problem, that requires much more cases. Many more cases, or many more tests, rather. I'm just fucking it up. Oof. Our percentage, last time I checked, was at, I think, 11% or something. Could some of that be impacted by tests being performed on what they think they have it versus widespread tests? They should be in lockdown and reopening not... Wait, what? What do you expect when half the country thinks it's a hoax or that masks don't work? That's not even true. According to a I at least on NPR, I heard of a new poll that showed that 2/3 of the country now don't believe coronavirus is fake, and that 75% of the country think that 75% of the country think that masks should be mandatory. 75%. And I think those numbers changed after Donald Trump said, yeah, mass usage is up. And I think part of that is because Donald Trump also started saying we should wear masks. Yeah, even Trump is messaging supporters directly on masks. Like, he's saying that wearing a mask is patriotic and shit. Socialism isn't a state law. Can you point it out on a map for me? What? 2/3 of the population really isn't that high. That's like still a concerning number of people who believing it's a hoax. Yeah, I know. Don't forget he just said Democrats are only trying to bail out failed democratically ran states. Please read my dono from before. White people sad. Test for population. The U.S. has a 16% of population has been tested. Russia has 18% of the population has been tested. Italy is 11%. Just starting to deport citizens who don't comply with mask wearing. What? As a courier for the virus, the numbers are way behind. I pick up so much coronavirus on my own. It's insane. What? Yeah, I'm going to do P.O. Box again. Despite mass wars, Americans support aggressive measures to stop COVID-19. Poll finds. Here's the latest Ipsos poll. This is what I was talking about. Overall, Is the United States managing COVID-19 pandemic better or worse than other countries? Overall, 7% says much better. These people are just like the most delusional people on the planet. 18% says somewhat better. 41% of America says the United States is managing the COVID-19 pandemic much worse. And 25% say somewhat worse. Out of Democrats, it's 67%. Republicans, 30% of Republicans say somewhat worse. 15% say much worse. These are the cucked Republicans. They're so crazy, man. This is crazy. Independence is important too. 85% support government funding to expand COVID-19 testing and make it free of charge. 10% oppose it. Who the fuck are these people? Federal funding for the manufacture of protective equipment. That's good. 83. Once the vaccine is available, federal funding. Oh, here it is. 76% say state law to require mask wearing public at all times. 76% of Americans are now in favor of mandatory mask laws. That's a lot, dude. That's what I was saying. Like, that's huge. A single national strategy for when schools can reopen, businesses can reopen, mandatory nationwide 2 shelter at home order, 59%. Your state temporarily closing down all restaurant and non-essential businesses, 59%. Temporary ban on all travel between states, 55%. These are crazy numbers showing that the majority of Americans are definitely more intelligent than the way we see them on television. But of course, the 30% are psychotic and everyone focuses on them, including myself, because they're fun to watch and dunk on. And more importantly, the government literally doesn't listen to the nation and instead does whatever the fuck they want to do. Even beyond that, though, obviously, like 30% of the country is still saying like that this is fake or whatever is still terrible. What you were missing from your critique is that a lot of Republicans who think it was mishandled think that way because we had a lockdown at all and didn't just keep things going as normal. Dude, I'm not even looking at that. I'm looking at fucking 76% of Americans saying we need a state law to require mask wearing in public at all times. Like, okay. That's still an insane percentage when you think about the anti-maskers. This only takes into account the people willing to answer a poll. Most of the anti-science people would never participate in this shit. I mean, dude, they account for all of this, okay? This is the best information you're going to get. They only polled 1,115 people. Why does this matter? You're right. What they should do, polls should poll 330 million people. Only then will we know the true will we know the true opinion of all Americans. What our sample size is, I don't know. The only samples I care about are free samples at Costco, brother. Everything else is communism. Anyway. Would you eat human beef if the deceased had COVID? Ew, what the fuck? That's so weird, dude. Vegans, Shut up. We need a mandatory ban on vegan speech on this platform until we figure out what the hell is going on. Okay? That's what we need. Vegans need to be banned from speaking. All right, I'm going to do P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box time. P.O. Box 3, the third installation of P.O. Boxes. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's do it. Hold on one second.
Oh Allah the Almighty, Allahu Allah, protect me and guide me, Allahu Allah, oh, to your love and mercy, Allahu Allah, Ya Allah don't deprive me, Allahu Allah, from beholding your beauty, Allahu Allah, oh my Lord accept this plea, Allahu Allah.
Fucking popped off, dude.
Affeder günahı Allahu Allah, alemin padişahı Allahu Allah, yüreklerin penahı Allahu Allah, İşit Allah derdimi bu ahlarını rahmeyle.
Okay, this is from like a Blade Plays 2, I think. I don't even know. Let's get started though. This is from Vortex Blade Shop. What the fuck? Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Hold on. Oh. Okay, this is... Really enjoying God of War. It's my favorite game, and I thought you really enjoy the book. It's very well written and funny. I went back to work, so I miss watching you every day. From Sydney. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Atreus! Oh! Oh! Oh! I can't. This is so sick. This is so sick, dude. Boy! I can't wait to take this to the Pawn Stars shop. Now I have a katana and an axe. This is crazy. Dude, this is so awesome. This is so awesome. Oh my god. I want to throw it, but I don't want to throw it because I know that it's not going to come back. Oh, wait. Whoa. Whoa. What? Wait, I'm going to try it again. Whoa, dude. I have the power. Boy. Boy. It's so sick. Dude, I love playing video games because you guys love playing video games too. It's awesome. This is the kind of shit that makes me want to play video games all the goddamn time. All right, anyway, let's keep going. All right, that's crazy. This is nuts. All right. From Sydney. Sorry for all the devastating things I've said about Australians, but okay. I don't know who this is from. I covered it earlier. It's from John. Okay. Okay, this is a Hallmark letter and also a box that looks like a backgammon set or something. Read Dono. Read Dono. I sent you that LMAO. If you read my previous Dono, my message comes in 3 parts because of Amazon's character limit. Oh. All right, thank you. I will.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
This is just an empty, cool box. I'm a little worried, but let's see what this says. Okay, so it says happy 2nd birthday on the postcard. Happy late B-Day, Sir Hassan. This handmade wood mosaic was made by my grandfather. He fled Turkey when he was a kid and got into mosaics when he moved to Syria at 15. Your streams have genuinely informed me and pushed me to connect with my grandfather more. You impact many viewers like myself, and I want to thank you with this mosaic. My mom and her family were allowed to move to USA. And to the mosaics? What? USA? I hope this box is something that reminds you that you have an impact on others. Sorry for my messy handwriting. I usually type, thank you, Habibi. User, Tactical Tickler. Name, JP. This is incredible, man. Thank you so much. This is beautiful. It does. It looks hella Turkish. I can't believe you gave me something that your grandfather made, dude. Thank you. Wonder how he would feel that I'm going to use it to store all my jewelry, but still. All right. We got another Streamlabs gift. Let's see what this one is.
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil.
You deserve the best in life, Pooper. We love you.
Okay, Streamlabs shirt. Okay, this one's kind of cool. And a Streamlabs half zip rain jacket. It's not the worst. I mean, it's all right. Definitely better than the Summit 1G hat that they sent me. That's for sure. It's like a windbreaker, yeah. Regift to Will, smart. He loves free shit. An Amazon Prime package. Don't know who it's from. Oh my God. Special figure Edward Elric, dude.
I apologize for that. Wear all of your Streamlabs gear and show us your
A
best
For You
Lab
Full
squad.
Metal Alchemist Edward Elric special figure. Okay, Weeb's in for a brief moment, okay? Am I not supposed to open this?
You don't love the spirit of justice. You love
Is
your
it supposed to be in
father's
mint?
devil.
Well, I opened it. Life size. That's funny. This is dope. I've been watching it dubbed, but it's really good, man. It's a really good show.
Hey guys, it's Lex Buddy, and I want to tell you about a new RPG called Raid Shadow Legends. This is an RPG that you cannot miss. It is so good.
It's got amazing PvP, insane boss battles, and amazing PvE bosses.
Alright, I'm sorry, I'll stop. Okay, but I was serious. The game is 100% free, the graphics are amazing, and the gameplay is so fun. The reviews in this game, it literally has a perfect rating on the Play Store. Almost perfect. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and get to downloading.
Start fuck off. That's what I'm gonna say. Start fuck off.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I'm gonna beat the brakes out of the run.
Minions have spawned.
up, pussy? Hold on, can he hear me?
.325 speed, of course, so it's very easy. It's very easy, guys. Look at this now. Look at this. Boom, boom. New meta, of course. Look at my Skull Sword now. Boom, he died, but wait, he's gonna come back. Look at now. Look at him now. Where is he? There he is. We kill Warlord, get him out the way. Did you see those crits, by the way? On Skull Lord, 6,755. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, guys. Skullsworn is dead? No, he's not, because
T1! Whoa, baby! Let's go! Take a picture. Mom, get out of my room. My fucking god. Thank you.
Fucking love Ares. I think Ares is so good.
Take a picture. Mom, get out of my room. Love you. No, mommy, don't take a picture. Mom, get out of my room. My fucking. Love you. No, mommy, don't take a picture. Mom, get out of my room. My fucking god. Thank you.
Fucking love Ares. I think Ares is
You know what? You know what? I respect that.
I say like rap, probably.
Thank you, mommy. Love you. Camera's on. Love you. No, mommy, don't take a picture. Mom, get out of my room. My fucking god. Thank you.
Fucking love Ares. I think Ares is so good.
Storm's death upon the sword. All blood of the wild.
Make sure you get that teleport off him. That's right, boy. They buy Bambies. I thought he'd build AP. Fuck, man. I ain't worried about it. I just get a little armor, get my 2 items so that I can't die. I'm not really worried about what he's building. Do I need? Yeah, we do need to get I'm not gonna buy Thornmail, the other one. One where I'll do the auto attacking. I mean, it's nice to have Thornmail versus comp. That's later on though, because the penetration might be nice. Does some damage. Those Qs though. Oh, Kazak's doing crab. Get a free dragon. How much MR do I have now? I did grab MR, alright. Oh, nice stuff.
Has been slain. An ally has been slain.
This video is going to be designed.
You probably remember learning about the Egyptian pyramids at some point in elementary school. And even if you weren't part of the public school system, you were bound to encounter some information about them at a museum or in a book. These mammoths of structures are hard to escape, as they're famous for being grandiose in nature, to put it lightly. The tallest pyramid in Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza, once stood 481 feet tall, but has since eroded down to 451 feet because of vandalism. For you to better imagine this, the average 3-story building stands just 45 feet tall, 1 feet tall, but has since eroded down to 451 feet because of vandalism. For you to better imagine this, the average 3-story building stands just 45 feet tall. So if we're doing the math correctly on this one, and we know we are, the pyramid would have stood at the height of a 32-story building. So who's responsible for the creation of these ridiculously tall and ever elusive, mysterious pyramids? We'll get to the bottom of it today in this episode of the Infographic Show, Who Built the Pyramids? Before we get into the nitty-gritty of who built them, let's start with some Pyramid 101, shall we? There are about 80 pyramids currently standing in Egypt. The oldest is the Pyramid of Djoser, and it's located in Saqqara, north of the city of Memphis. The pyramid was built in 2630 BC for King Djoser. Many of the more popularized and notable pyramids are in Giza, a city on the outskirts of Cairo, some of which include the Giza Necropolis, Pyramid of Khufu, one of the 7 wonders of the world, and the Khafre Pyramid. Ancient Egyptians were one of the first civilizations of people who believed in an afterlife. They didn't see death as the cessation of life, but rather as an interruption. They believed that when a king died, a part of his spirit, or his ka, remained intact with his physical body. The mummification we've all come to know about that has also been popularized in the media served the purpose of preserving a king's spirit that they believe lived on. They basically hoped that the king's soul would return to his body and give it life again. So the king's ka was never left wanting. They'd also bury riches like gold, vessels, food, and furniture along with the dead king. Egyptians really weren't messing around with this belief. When the pharaoh was still alive, they revered him as an incarnate of Horus, the god of the sky, and when he died, he took on the form of Osiris, the god of fertility and the underworld. His responsibility as Osiris was to set the sun, while the new pharaoh, his son, would raise it. They believed this symbolic relationship was important in maintaining cosmic balance. Back to the pyramids though. They were built to last, made mostly of stone like limestone, which was used to build the core of the pyramid, while white limestone was used for its outer casing and for the interior walls. Pink granite was used on the walls inside, and basalt and alabaster were sometimes used for the floors. Egypt has sometimes been referred to as the state of stone, so there was never a shortage of it. The basalt they used sometimes came from the Fayum Depression, one of the major oases of the Western Desert, while alabaster was from Luxor, a city on the eastern bank of the Nile. Dennis Stocks, an ancient technology consultant, believed that 45 workers were needed to move a 35,900 pound, and that's 16.3 tons by the way, block, and 8 people to move a 6,060 pound block, as he noted in his 2003 book, Experiments in Egyptian Archaeology, Stoneworking Technology in Ancient Egypt. One single pyramid project could have taken between 20 to 30 years to finish building. For the longest time, it was thought that slaves who were at the behest of an evil pharaoh built the pyramids, and we could blame this fake news first and foremost on Herodotus, the Greek historian who wrote that the Great Pyramid was constructed by 100,000 slaves who labored constantly and were relieved every 3 months by a fresh gang. The BBC further argues that there's no way King Khufu, the 4th dynasty ruler of Egypt responsible for the commissioning of the Great Pyramid, had a body of slaves this large to work for him, and there's no way that all of them could work at the same time. We can also thank Western Hollywood movies in part for perpetuating the myth. Movies like The 10 Commandments, that epic from 1956, and we're not just saying that. It's literally an epic saga that ran for 220 minutes and portrayed slaves as the builders. Another misconception that circulated is that the Jews built the pyramids. This lie started when the former Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin made the claim when he visited the National Museum of Cairo in 1977. Amahai Mazar, a professor at the Institute of Archaeology at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and Israeli archaeologist, refutes Begin's claim because it simply doesn't make any sense. No Jews built the pyramids because Jews didn't exist at the period when the pyramids were built, Mazar was quoted as saying. Dorothy Ressig, an editor of Biblical Archaeology Review in Washington, D.C., said this falsehood could have also stemmed from a verse in Exodus, which says something to the effect of, "So the Egyptians enslaved the children of Israel with backbreaking labor, and the Pharaoh put them to work to build buildings." That's not exactly the way the verse reads, but you get the picture. Then there are those people out there who believe aliens are the ones who built them. And let's all let out one huge, exhaustive sigh. This far-reaching theory looks a little bit like this. If light moves at 299,792,458 meters per second, and the geographic coordinates for the Great Pyramid are 29.9792458 degrees north, and humans weren't capable of measuring the speed of light with this type of accuracy until 1950, then advanced aliens must have time traveled back to Earth from the future to build the pyramids. People who believe in the ancient aliens theory also think that aliens built Stonehenge in the UK and other ancient monuments. Look, we're not responsible for what you guys believe and don't believe, but we're saying that graffiti inside the pyramids along with other evidence tell a much different story and have gotten archaeologists, and now us, closer to having a better idea of who built the pyramids, how they would have lived, and how they did it. The BBC notes that archaeologists have agreed that the workforce behind the Great Pyramid was made up of two teams, the primary workers and the temporary workers. There were about 4,000 primary workers who worked on the quarries and were haulers and masons. They lived with their families in a pyramid village. The temporary team was made up of 16,000 to 20,000 workers who built ramps, shaped tools, made mortar, and were in charge of miscellaneous activities like supplying food, clothing, and fuel. They lived in a separate camp near the pyramid village. The state of the Nile was also important for pyramid builders to take into account. For the building of the pyramid at Giza, Mark Lanner, more on him later, and archaeologist Zahi Hawass believed that a skeleton crew could work on the pyramids throughout the year, but a larger force would labor in the late summer and early autumn when the Nile flooded surrounding fields. Archaeologists haven't discovered all there is to know about the villages and camps where pyramid builders dwelled, but excavations done between 1999 and 2002 by archaeologist Lanner shed more light. We know they slept on mud ramps, which served as a barrack-style bed. These barracks were in galleries, which can be thought of as huge dorms in which up to 2,000 temporary workers would stay. These sleeping galleries also had spaces in the back for cooking and copperworking. In 2016, archaeologist and Egyptologist Yukinori Kawe spoke out to an audience at a taping for Nat Geo Live. In that discussion, he said there was a vast amount of data on the outside of the pyramid, but not enough on the inside or core of the structure themselves, which would shed even more light on the construction techniques. Before going into his discoveries, he laid out 3 hypotheses for how the core of a pyramid would shed light on construction techniques. For example, if the inside of the pyramid was made up of horizontally arranged blocks, these would have been amenable to using a straight ramp. What he found was unlike any of these, though. He and other members of his team, some of which were computer scientists, climbed the Great Pyramid for 2.5 hours and found a notch with a crevice and then a cave that was further in. The team didn't have a laser scanner that would have been too heavy and clunky to carry while climbing up, but they did manage to capture 20 minutes worth of video footage, which they then broke down further into 300,000 3D images. Through these 3D image renderings, they found out that the cave was used for packing of sand and debris, something called the chamber method. He noted that it was also used for the construction of Egyptian temples and cities. What did pyramid builders eat? Turns out they had no beef with beef. As much as 21 cattle and 23 sheep were sent to them daily from farms to get their meat fix in. They also ate fish and liked to kick it back with some beers. And while we noted before that these people weren't slaves, pyramid building came at a cost. Discoveries of their bodies show that they suffered from arthritis and their lower vertebrae were impacted by the wear and tear. Ouch. As we mentioned before, an enormous amount of stone was needed to build these pyramids, so the Egyptians had to figure out an efficient way of moving the blocks that they eventually stacked up. An illustration in the 12th dynasty tomb of Jehuti-Hotep of 172 men pulling a 60-ton alabaster on a sledge has given experts a better sense of how they went about it. Those sledges they drag across the hot desert sand were simply wooden planks with upturned edges. So, not the most sophisticated, but still clever. To make their lives easier, they'd wet the sand to make it easier to drag the sledge across. And they were old school when it came to measuring. They didn't use rulers, but a cubit, which was equal to the length from your tip of the middle finger to your elbow, and a hand was a unit that served as the guide, the width of your hand with the thumb on the side. Cubits served them when they dug post holes at 10 cubits along the base outline and laid out the site in a grid. Pyramid builders were precise in that they wanted to make sure the sides of the structures ran parallel to the north-south and east-west axes according to how stuff works. To achieve this, they had to rely on nature instead of using compasses, which weren't at their disposal. The movements of the stars helped them identify which way was north, and then they used sighting rocks and circles to identify the rising and setting stars, or the sun's shadow. Finding out the other cardinal directions using lines and right angles then became a piece of cake. They were certainly a resourceful bunch. In his book, Engineering the Pyramids, Dr. Richard Perry hypothesizes that they might have also used a cradle-like machine that suspended the rocks and allowed them to be rolled by a few people. The Obayashi Corporation, a Japanese construction company, went so far as to conduct a test in 1996 to see if a 2.5-ton block could be dragged by 18 men over 18 meters per minute, and the study proved that it could be done. In 2013, French archaeologist Pierre Tallet and his team discovered the papyrus writings of a pyramid building official simply named Merer in a cave in Wadi al-Jarf, an area on the Red Sea coast. And these gave an unprecedented look at how sophisticated the teams worked, specifically when it came to obtaining copper. And their method involved an L-shaped jetty that was 200 meters long. According to Merer's writings, they'd use this harbor to protect a fleet of cargo boats that would sail to the Sinai Peninsula, where copper would be mined before returning to Wadi al-Jarf, then using the materials for the construction of the Great Pyramid. Now, using all this, you can whip out your impressive pyramid building knowledge at the next cocktail party when the topic comes up, or simply slap your silly friend who thinks the aliens built them. You make the choice. The pyramid building brain-eating aliens that secretly run our show and pay us to convince you that they didn't build the pyramids tell us that you would enjoy learning more about ancient Egypt. So check out our other video, Unbelievable Stuff They Didn't Teach You About Ancient Egypt. Temporary workers would stay. These sleeping galleries also had spaces in the back for cooking and copperworking. In 2016, archaeologist and Egyptologist Yukinori Kawe spoke out to an audience at a taping for Nat Geo Live. In that discussion, he said there was a vast amount of data on the outside of the pyramid, but not enough on the inside or core of the structure themselves, which would shed even more light on the construction techniques. Before going into his discoveries, he laid out 3 hypotheses for how the core of a pyramid would shed light on construction techniques. For example, if the inside of the pyramid was made up of horizontally arranged blocks, these would have been amenable to using a straight ramp. What he found
Anyway, all right. Explain yourself. So what's your deal, Jade? You're in Germany, but you were in Thailand before, I think. Is that where you were?
Right. Oh, you pay attention. That's crazy. Yeah, I lived 2 years in Thailand. I moved there right after I turned 18, literally 1 week after. And I came back in February. And my current goal is to go to the United States after the whole pandemic thing is, of course, over, which might take a while, but I can wait.
Wait, I have a question for you. Your mod, the one that said "fuck no, Jade, no." What's up? What
No,
was
no,
that?
no, no. Okay, the thing is, he didn't say no, Jade, no, because of, well, me. It was more like the moment he was afraid that I say something scandalous, because he actually has a girlfriend, and it just was really, really a huge misunderstanding.
Okay.
I know, I know. I saw the clip and I was like, oh shit, I feel so bad, because he actually got DMs for shit tons of people, like
Oh, that
simp,
sucks.
and yeah,
Yeah,
oh
it'd be
well,
like that sometimes. It sucks
it'd
when
be like that.
people
Yeah.
do that.
Love the
Oh, why
spirit
didn't
of
you come on my
justice.
Raj?
You
Why
love
didn't you come on my
your
Raj
father,
killer?
the devil.
Okay, again, like the reputation of the Raw show. Like I talked with on my Discord, and all of them basically said, "Don't do it. You get coomers and wankers and people who want to see you fail in your chat." And they said, "You want to grow naturally and not through exposure of a show that's not that positive." And at the end, they were super wrong because today was really fucking awesome. So I actually do regret very much not going on your show because not only because of you, but Ray. I admit I'm a sim for Ray, and when I saw that, I was really, really upset. But yeah, made mistake.
She's not calling you guys out, chat. She's saying that some of the people that watched or
Oh no, no, no,
her
no.
community was saying that Raj's community is like that.
All right, not you guys. You guys, I have actually a view from your chat. I have a view of them in my Discord. Like for example, a view commoners.
Call them out.
Rashi.
Is that Raj's alt?
Yeah. Rashi. No, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's and more, but I don't know all of them because every time I look into your stream, it's you reacting to videos or giving a speech or character called Rodo, and not personality, but I like the way he looks.
That's what I do. I mean, they know what I do for a living, but that's why they never watch my shit.
9/11. What's up with 9/11?
Okay, don't worry about it. Just Google it on your own time. You know,
love the spirit of justice.
It's whatever.
You love
It's
your
nothing.
father, the devil.
Sometimes when you say things that are considered controversial in America,
Oh, Hassan.
yeah,
Huh.
it was out of context. To be fair.
Right. It always is.
Of course, clip chimpers, like LSF.
Uh,
Which in this case, it was
I
literally
understand that.
LSF, actually. It literally was because of LSF.
Well, that must have been fun. All the
Oh, it's great.
backlash.
I still get death threats all the time. It's pretty cool.
Oh
It's pretty great.
shit. No, yikes, yikes, yikes,
Yeah.
yikes. Wait, what was the context though? Do you want to talk about it or are you done?
No, I've talked about it a million times. The context is that, so you want to come to America? Like, where are you going to stay? What are you going to do? What are your plans?
I mean, of course I don't know the visa and I know the limit is like you can stay there for 3 months and then after that you have to go back or find another solution. My goal is like to just go to LA and socialize as much as I can. I want to stream with as many people as I can. Yeah, true. What about you? Like, you say you sit like 12 hours a day at home. Like, what do you do apart from that? If let's say before the
Literally
pandemic.
nothing. Okay, I don't do
Okay.
anything. Well, now I don't do anything. Back in the day, I used to have a full-time job before Twitch streaming. So I would do my
Mhm.
full-time job in the morning, go to the gym, um, go to the gym, cook food, and then I'd rush home, and then I would stream for like 6 hours. Now, I just pretty much, I just pretty much fucking wake up, work out on some days, and then stream and then go to sleep. It seems very boring, and it is.
Welcome to America. We pay 4.5
Yeah.
head streamers more
I
than
mean, maybe you should
healthcare
switch up your
workers.
routine, I guess, a little bit.
Listen, I got nothing, Jade. I got nothing going on. I'm bored. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else going on. So I just fucking stream all day. If only there was a cute girl that was coming to Los Angeles or something like that, or I could just like waste time with, Oh shucks. Oh well.
Wait, didn't you have a cute girl recently in your stream?
Oh, that's a friend of mine.
Oh, but she was a cute girl.
Yeah, but that's just a friend.
All right.
such a beautiful thing. Don't you think? If you guys are enjoying this content, don't forget to like this content here. Also, click on the bell. Come on, be a part of the notification. I'm gonna show you guys how easy, simple, and cheap it is to make a steak dinner. So I got these steaks, 4 pieces. I'm gonna feed 4 people under $50. You can go to any fancy steak restaurant, order 2 pieces of steak. Maybe it costs you around, I don't know, $25 each plus tip, water, drinks, and everything. Maybe around $70 for 2 people. I'll show you guys how to feed 4 people or a whole family under $50, having big, beautiful, big steak dinner. All right, so this is short ribs. So these pieces are 4 pieces of short ribs for about $30. I got some garlic bread here for $7. Potatoes and asparagus, garlic, and what is this? Mushroom. I would say $8 to $9. And all these stuff, guys, is just at home stuff. You guys can just use at home stuff. So look at this, under $50. Is that $50? 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Yes, under under $50, guys. I'm not a math guy. All right, let's get into it. Very simple. How to feed a family under $50, having a nice big steak dinner. So, salt potato, nicely peeled and washed out. Everybody into the pool. I don't care if they can swim. They just have to get in cooking time. I want to say 15 to 20 minutes. Go. Nice beautiful skillet here. 2 clumps of butter here. We got mushrooms. We got garlic going in. Excuse my hand. Salt, pepper. Let that go on a medium heat, alright? You don't want these to burn. You just want to slowly saute. These asparagus. Nice clean wash and cut. Olive oil, pepper, salt. Mix that in. I'm just gonna throw them onto the barbecue. Steak. So these are beautiful short ribs cut. I'm just gonna season it with a little oil. What do you call that seasoning? And some Montreal steak slice, my favorite steak slice, alright? Just a tad, because I'm gonna top it off at the end as well, okay? Beautiful clean hand. Just marry that in. And just let that sit for about 30 minutes minimum, alright? Lastly, we just opened this beautiful pre-made garlic toast up from Costco. And just appreciate it, guys. Look how beautiful that is. Big pieces of roasted garlic in there as well. Here we go. Mushroom, garlic, complete. Potatoes, nice and complete. All we're gonna do, ow, it burns. We're gonna slowly empty out this water here. Salt. Heavy whipping cream. Let's go a cup. Okay, creamy. 2 clumps of butter, or just a clump of butter. I got this garlic spread from Johnny's. Tablespoon of this in. Best thing ever. Okay, nothing to it. Mash it. Alright, steak time. I want to do 8 to 10 minutes on each side. 8 minutes in, going with the flip on the pan. Look at the grill marks. Look at the grill marks. Okay? We got garlic toast. I'll put my garlic toast up here. Asparagus getting grilled. Asparagus only takes about, I want to say, 3 to 4 minutes. Okay? Let's put this together. So we got half of the garlic bread here, which we're just gonna cut. How should we cut it, guys? Like this. Keep it fancy, you know? Keep it fancy for the family. I even have half of garlic bread left for this, so if anybody's hungry, I'll cook the other half, alright? So we got asparagus here, right at your doorstep. How simple is that? Pre-made garlic toast from Costco. That's smoother. Most tastiest bread I have ever popped in my mouth. I believe it's a, I want to say focaccia or a artisan bread. Mmm. When's the last time you guys had a steak dinner? think tonight's the night. You deserve one. Oh, man. You deserve one.
Our anger in this room. Okay. See, now doesn't that feel better?
It does, you know, it really does. Thank you.
Get the most out of your champions.
Raid Shadow Legends. Download it now on Plarium Play.
All right. Warzone. I don't have anyone to play with, man. I'm fuck playing Zelda. I get fucking so mad, man. Playing by myself. Just gonna keep playing League. Oh god. You look at the clip of that? The landmine? Thank God somebody dodged. Holy shit. Let me finish eating real quick. I almost gripped the shit out of myself. There's 9.58. What is this dog shit? Shut up! I just want some chill shit, man. What the fuck is this? Where'd my picture go? What the fuck is this? Georgetown. What the fuck? Damn, they stacking it up. Mask? Yeah, Georgetown ain't fucking around these days. They went back to school. Season 2, 9/4, September, 1 month. They put a, like, why would you put an ad out when everyone's probably fucking tilted of The Boys Season 2? Like, do it a week before, dipshit. Like, come on, man. I'm trying to watch that. What's the homeboy's name? Lander? The Superman guy? What's the dude's name? That motherfucker he just beams everybody. What's his name, guys? Homelander, yeah. I like Homelander. Yeah, Scuff Roverine. Oh man, get the fuck out of my game, dude. Alright, so we got that one. What's going on here? Highlight. Devin Booker beats the Clips at the buzzer 1 hour ago. Alright, so 3, 2. He definitely did. That Beirut explosion was crazy as fuck, man. It was like what they say it was? Nitrate of some sort. Fireworks. Fire went out, or not didn't go out, but fire was lit somehow. What am I doing here? Somebody was talking about the dial. The dial. So we need some content. I'm gonna bring that out. I mean. Look like a new issue. Look crazy, yeah. Oh fuck, man! Look at that. I fucking hate that tooth sticking. I just want to punch my fucking monitor. Just get that little. You see it? Fucking angry. I haven't run grass in so long. Let's try it out. Let's switch it out. Hopefully I don't get my ass beat, but let's run it. So no, we can buy boots early. No cooldown. Boom. Let's go. Astronaut Poppy. Is that new? Yeah, Poppy wins his matchup pretty hard, but you know what? You know how it goes with a dog.
Fate is a manifestation of my will. Do storms pity the drowned?
To Summoner's Rift.
Elio's first attack. What?
Minion spawn.
Play the bitch! I'm fucking eating. Oh, I have my fucking like Twitch rivals. They're going in both my hands. We're being used to hold the plate. Got 2 pops. I'll be cheating with those. Really? Like, how'd that hit me? Can't help you, sorry, brother. Help, can't help. You gotta understand this is a really rough match. Okay, maybe I can come on a little bit. I got no dumb.
Has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I mean, she shouldn't have been running out there in the first goddamn place. Like, I get hit 2 times by this. Look at that. No skill at all involved. What the fuck? Like that minion. Like how the fuck do I die there? I knew I shouldn't have run grass. This is so fucking bad.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, I shouldn't have. I should have just stuck to the game plan, man. Should have stuck to the goddamn game plan. Poppy's damage though is bullshit, man. Yeah, but Poppy's gone. Don't even know where she's at. Like, this bitch, anybody know where Poppy's at? I just swear to God she just picked up a kill somehow, unless she fucking threw her fucking shield from deep. Well, whatever. Oh my God, she's got 3 kills. Come on, guys. Come on, run back. Oh my God, man. Griefing me, man, these minions. Chill, bro. You little rat fuck. You little rat, you little rat. Beat your ass. Never mind, I take that back. I ain't beat nobody's ass. Like, bro, this fucking rat. No way this rat's still in the bush. I didn't know. Oh, okay. What? When the fuck did they give her a boost like that? Man, I regret running grass in this matchup. Absolutely regret it.
An ally has been slain.
The champion just dominates me, man. Man. You know where Poppy's at right now? I got TP coming up, so we're good. Oh, wow. And it does that much damage, too. And then she gets a fucking free barrier. Chill out, rat. I got a fucking plane ticket for this bitch. One way. I take that back. Never mind. I ain't got no one way thing. Anyone going one way? Looks like it's me. What the fuck? This shit's not even fair. That shit ain't even fair. Do you see how broken? How what her fucking shield throw? What is that, guys? Is that AP or AD? I swear to God, if she dives me here. It's AD? All right. Got it covered. Got it covered. I played against poppies before and it's never been fun. At all. I'm saying not fun. No fun. Champion's just fucking broken. What? What is my champion doing?
Unstoppable. Shut down.
Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's
Unstoppable. Shut down.
Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, no, fuck on my screen, you fucking rat. You fucking rat. That rat is the strongest rat I ever played against. Let me tell you. I'll tell you that much. I don't even get to play the fucking game. Conversions. Oh, fuck. We gotta get ready for it, guys. You ready for this shit? Where is it at? Run! No, fuck out of here. Ah! Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Spike it. Let's go, baby. That's my boy Kyle. You can have the caddy. Hold on. That's a dragon. I'm getting this fucking caddy. Fuck off, loser. I don't give a fuck, boy. No fucking way. Watch this shit later, man. Where's up going? Watch this shit. Nobody snapped harder. So first, boom, Joe, over here. Oh, oh my God.
Hey guys, it's Lex Buddy, and I want to tell you about a new RPG called Raid Shadow Legends. This is an RPG that you cannot miss. It is so good.
It's got amazing PvP, insane boss battles, and amazing PvE bosses.
Alright, I'm sorry, I'll stop. Okay, but I was serious. The game is 100% free, the graphics are amazing, and the gameplay is so fun. The reviews in this game, it literally has a perfect rating on the Play Store. Almost perfect. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and get to downloading.
Oh man, all about movement, guys. Or you talk too much? One time I needed my boy caught, man. He comes through. Kind of regret not helping him early. I know he's gonna be popping up. I know, man. If we don't get these type of forecasts, man. Roll. Alright, so we got our ADC. Oh, actually, I want to see fucking 1v1. Like, Poppy not pulling up on this guy, so that must mean something. I mean, we're talking about a tower here. I got it. I'm done, everybody. Let's go, man. It's fucking rough sometimes, man. When you're playing a doll. A lot of people don't know the struggles and shit that one goes through. I mean, champion just pulls. I mean, she pretty much does what I do with Udyr when I get Frozen Heart underneath the tower, but she doesn't need Frozen Heart to do it. That makes sense. You know, that's fucking common goddamn sense. Let's go see what my boy over here is doing. I broke this dude. Coffee Master. Weak ass name. Yeah, overall, grass didn't make a difference. Grass was the worst fucking possible pick in this matchup. Unsealed's better because at least I get free boots, but overall, I don't think it really matters when you're playing against Poppy. Like, I don't ever want to play against a Poppy again. Unless my jungler is playing on my side of the map. Capitalize on this fucking rat. What's going on here? Poppy, you know, went from wow, death dance. Like, she actually, like, building like a dumbass. Like, what the fuck are you building? You trolling? No way they're pulling up on me. I'll deck some motherfucking domes. Executioners do that, I know. And then Sunfire. Look, I need to go bunt. What up, Dindo? That's the fucking Uchiha, baby. Let's go. Get me the fuck. Nice. With her. Nice. Let me get a piece of that, please. Let's go. Good shit, team. I go top here? Caddy wave. I'm gonna take my talents top. I should be able to greed for a tower here. We got they have choices. They go for my fells. Oh, I keep the balance, keep my AD alive. You know what I mean? All right, they're able to get Krugs here. That's called big brain. And I'm griefing. No. Mind if I get that tower, Poppy? Not much to ask. Hey, Poppy, you ain't taking no more. Oh, let me get all